Nipsey Hussle's alleged killer was attacked on his way to court. Eric Holder's attorney tells TMZ that he was attacked by two people while in a holding cell. Hip-hop star Nipsey Hussle was gunned down in 2019, and today his killer, Eric Holder Jr., was sentenced to 60 years to life.
I would respectfully ask that Eric Holder be sentenced to the maximum sentence possible.
We came here to get some reaction, and what I was told is, look, Eric Holder would have either gotten a lot of prison, probably for the rest of his life, or if he got out, he was going to get a dose of street justice.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Eric Ronald Holder Jr., guilty of the crime of first-degree murder.
I'm going through the comments, right? And one of the comments say, they was trying to tell everybody something by giving Eric Holder 60 years. Basically trying to say, like, it's ironic. You know what I'm saying? Shout out 504 Street Stories Unplugged. I salute the channel, bro. I've been tapped in, you feel me, for a little bit. I've actually been, you feel me, these last couple of drops you've been dropping, I done tapped into.
Hermes Askadam, aka Nipsey Hussle, was shot and killed on March the 31st of 2019 outside of the South Los Angeles clothing store that he owned.
It was an intense search throughout Los Angeles County. Investigators knew who they were looking for, and LA County Sheriff's deputies did arrest him today in the city of Bellflower. LAPD detectives drove down there personally to identify him and take him into custody. Here is exclusive video from Air 7 as the suspect, 29-year-old Eric Holder, is picked up by LAPD detectives at the sheriff's station in Lakewood. He was placed in an unmarked vehicle. The department says it received help from the community to track him down. Police say Holder was outside Nipsey Hussle's store on Sunday talking with Hussle and then left. He came back a short time later and started shooting. Hussle was hit in the head and the chest.
Armed with a handgun, this senseless murder, this expression of violence represents that this is a man who is of a substantial risk to public safety.
Chief Michael Moore says Holder and Hussle.
Hey, they say they got help from the community, right? But it's like, who is the community? Because really, if you think about it, it was, it was really people trying to do their own, trying to find their own justice. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't trying to go about it that way. You see how the backlash cowboy face for that shit. You feel me?
Hussle knew each other, but would not say what the discussion was about or the motive that led to the shooting. Police believe Holder is a gang member, but this was not a gang shooting. It was a personal issue. Holder then got into the passenger side of a vehicle that was in the alley and drove off. Last night, a stampede broke out at the memorial where hundreds of fans had turned out. There was confusion after someone pulled out a weapon and another person tried to disarm him.
And in that struggle, that caused obviously panic in that group of hundreds of people, and a cascade or stampede, if you will, of people expecting, hoping to leave and not suffer any injury.
Today at a news conference, the mayor of Los Angeles praised Hussle for his work to end gang violence.
He was somebody who was a gifted and brilliant artist, an entrepreneur who found global success, who was working closely with this city to help save lives and transform lives even as...
So what stood out to me is they say, oh, it wasn't, they both gangbangers or whatever have you, but it wasn't a gang dispute, it was personal. Like, where the news get that information from that quick? Like, what? They don't really even,
He was doing that for himself.
Now, police say after the shooting, Holder left the scene in a car with a woman. It was a 2016 Chevrolet Cruze. They say that person and anyone who might have helped him could also be charged in the murder.
Nearly 4 years after Nip was shot and killed, Eric R. Holder Jr., aka Shitty Cuz, was sentenced to 60 years to life in prison after being found guilty for first-degree murder. It wouldn't be long before names would begin to ring in the streets. One of those names was Eugene Henley, aka Big U. Some would say that Big U is the definition of what dudes from the street would call the big homie. Someone you not only want in your corner, but someone you need in your corner. Standing a towering 6'5" tall, Eugene Henley, aka Big U, is a legend in his own right. A self-proclaimed community activist, philanthropist, and a music industry executive with his own.
Cold part about it, right? I don't know how true this is, but they say Debo is based off of Big U. Yeah, Debo from Friday. Like, I don't know how true that is. Let me know how true that is. If you know, let me know in the comments.
Unique music. It's no secret that when artists come to Los Angeles and need security, Big U is who they are calling. Hailing from South Central Los Angeles, Big U has been viewed by some as the voice of the streets. One West Coast artist career that Big U played a major role in is the late great Nipsey Hussle. Big U allegedly helped Nip cultivate his all money and brand beyond just the city. It has been said that Big U helped Nip reach the masses on a global scale. Even Ray Charles can see that Nip's and Big U's relationship was solely based on their ties to the rolling 60s. After the death of Nip, rumors will begin to circulate that Big U may have quite possibly had some involvement in Nip's murder. In early 2024, WAC 100 would add fuel to these flames on the No Jumper podcast. This would infuriate Big U.
And even the police too, because nowadays niggas be listening to the social media and all the shit, you know, because when Nip like passed away, automatically Big U did it or had something to do it or did this, did it. And niggas just be like, social media, the investigator. And now nigga come to your house like, hey, what's the deal?
And the cold part, right, is really, it's like, so the streets talking, right, for it to spill all the way over to the internet and for like people to be, I just seen somebody talking about this before. People that's from the outside looking in and have so many details. You feel me? It had to come from, you know what I'm saying? It started somewhere. It started with in the hood, right there, in the midst of it. And it's probably because of certain things we find, you know, we hearing about, like how Sam was talking about, you know, this talent situation and other situations as well. Like, feel me? Other situations as well. So, yeah.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? You did it. Like,
and niggas are suckers for switching too. Cause I seen when that shit first happened, how they was man, that shit was crazy. Like, I remember Unc went live too, and he's sitting there talking about it. I'm like, that's crazy that y'all, if y'all really know them and you know their situation, them niggas loved each other. Like,
bro, now you don't even gotta go through that. We was just in every video. Like how we was beefing when all his songs, every album he put out, since we had the so-called altercation, he shouted me out. He got the goddamn keys to the city. Like, what? Didn't he say, I want to be Big U? Oh, no, what did he say? Big U, like J Prince and Big Draws? And then, I mean, like, what did he say? He shouted me out in every song. Like, I mean, but you got to figure that's not going to make no sense, though. Because people make money. You know how much money people made off of saying that?
On that episode aired earlier this year, a guest on the show made some wild.
So, and that's another thing too, like, so, cause we talking about songs, right? It is a song that a lot of people do bring up too, like, so we gotta keep in mind, right? He was shouted out on a lot of songs. Nip showed him a lot of love, a lot of praise or whatever as a big homie as well. But we also got to think about certain songs that they also bring to light. Like, well, what about this song? And you know where the you don't got a clue and all that stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Nip had made a song supposedly kind of like this and Big U. You feel me? Or whatever. Like, that's what they say. And I don't know, bro. You feel me? I don't know how true it is, but I ain't heard the song. I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna do my research. But yeah, man.
Allegations. Loose cannon would make wild claims about the murder of Nipsey Hussle that got the attention of a lot of viewers and listeners. It was during this episode that Loose Cannon and WAC 100 would try to connect Big U to the murder, claiming that Big U had something to do with the orchestration of Nip's murder.
Phone, he FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him to call you just got, or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I could have probably stopped it, or had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? What the fuck you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, yeah, I love you.
Now, so we remember when Luce went up there to No Jumper, and he told us what he told us, and that was some shocking shit, right? But he also told us some other things, like, and it's a trip how people was kind of like just like immediately trying to discredit Luce Cannon, or trying to say, oh, you feel me? He's a liar, this, that, and the third. Now it's kind of like not looking to be, even though I do gotta say, like, and Sam didn't say no names, right? But people is trying to put two and two together based off of certain other things that Sam did say as well, like the altercations and all, certain things of that nature. But yeah, man.
Because or whatever like that, I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
Wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answer the phone.
Yeah. And
you like
talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it, because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you just
30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yeah, he hit me a little bit too early, because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You hear what I'm saying?
Obviously, these allegations made waves online, triggering Big U to respond with a cease and desist letter. This letter specified moments and even quotes comments from the podcast episode. In particular, one claim would be highlighted. That highlight would be when Luce Cannon claimed that he received a call from Big U claiming that Nipsey had been killed before it actually happened. In fact, he even claimed to have called Nipsey to confirm that he was still alive, only for him to be murdered 30 minutes later. After this would all unfold, WAG would take to Clubhouse in typical WAG 100 fashion.
And shout out Luce, man, because he ain't been, feel me, nothing but a real nigga to me. You feel me? Nigga, and the cold thing about it, right, is it's like it is certain like we were still waiting for certain things though when it comes to that situation though. I'm gonna keep it real as far as like the recording and certain things. And then some people did get what they was looking for, I guess, when it comes to that situation. Like they was satisfied by some of the evidence that Luce Mayer did let go. You feel me? I seen it a little bit, and
Speak on Nip's homie being killed after allegedly knocking out Big U. WAG would also speak on the Eddie Boy and Nip situation.
Fats put Big U on his pockets. Damn. Big U tried to take off on Nip, and Fats took off on Big U and set him on his pockets. In front of everybody. A week later, Fats was out of here. I think somebody might have shot him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the internet finna be in an uproar about this.
So a nigga came over there to get down with Nipsey, because Nipsey was his baby mama while he was in jail. Fucker took the fade for Nipsey. Nipsey didn't want to fade. His name Eddie Boy. Not the Eddie Boy y'all been hearing about. Eddie Boy right?
Right.
So, and this goes back to the podcast, right? Where Big U was sitting down with AD and Trail, and he was saying that so it looked a little bit suspicious when it's like it appears that one is sugarcoating the situation or what it was, and it's that because if we thinking about it, right, it's so many we hearing at least it's been at least 2 or 3 incidents we hear where Big U and Nip specifically, or his family or something like that, then got into it, right? And it led to them being on bad terms, and it just was a kind of a rocky situation a little bit, right? They say it wasn't all bad, but it wasn't all good. But for one to make it appear as if it was all good, that's what it make it look fishy. And then I ain't gonna lie, it's like it appears to be deep, real deep, right? Because when one says things in the sequence as such, like how Wack was explaining it comes with some insinuation, right? Like, okay, well, this transpired because of this. You hear me? But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, this shit is sending the internet in an uproar for sure.
Eddie Boy in jail right now for a body. Right? Yeah. Eddie, actually, I'm lying. Yeah, Eddie Boy went to get down with him, and Eddie Boy whooped the nigga. He got down for him for Nipsey. Nipsey didn't want to run the fade with him. Right? Then come back, kill Eddie Boy. Right? The same nigga that came over here to get on with Nip, because Nip baby mama and they was boys before he left, while he was in the joint. Big U had the nigga on the phone when he talking to the police, and Nip said, if anything happened to me, if I come up dead, cuz did it, and said his name. That's how Big U got back in there with Nip and got him to start doing what he wanted him to do. With the black belt and letting that go.
This shit tricky.
That's a fact. They know what's going on.
So, Wack, let me ask you this, though. What you think, because you know it been...
Wack seems to have a whole host of information about, you know, the relationship or you know what I'm saying, the not the surface level relationship, but the real behind closed doors relationship, or at least the supposed alleged feelings Big U may have had towards Nipsey, because remember he told us about Big U trying to come to him when they was on good terms to extort Nipsey's family, like shortly after Nipsey untimely demise. He talking about go ahead and he gave, I guess he supposedly gave Wack a contract that he had under Nip under, and he was gonna use Wack to retrieve whatever ducats or whatever have you on his behalf or on behalf of the contract. You feel me? Or some shit, man. Wack was saying basically Big U was trying to use him to extort the family after Nip passed and shit.
Years, right? What you think Sam motive is now to go ahead and like shed light on now, though?
Sam was nigga because he see niggas just believe in the bullshit. Bro, you didn't see that clip we put up on live? See, Big U, you gotta remember, dude is like, he not smart. He not smart. So he'll do shit without thinking.
In a shocking turn of events, Nip's brother, Black Sam, would take to the Big Boy TV podcast to reveal shocking events that had never been made public. Black Sam will go on to speak about the whole entire situation with DJ Khaled, affirming that Big U indeed wasn't happy about what went down.
What was that day like for you, bro? And did you feel any premonitions before we lost Nip?
100%, man. I think, man, we just, it's my cousin's birthday, so the night, I want to say the night before, Nip took us to Wally's, Beverly Hills, me, Pops, and Adam, my cousin Adam, and just had a long talk with bro, you know, not to get in too much detail, but there was a lot of big politics getting into it with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood. Not to be speaking too much on shit, but we came frontline like we always do.
So that's that right there too. So the politics, people is catching certain little words and they like, hold on, it's a lot of politics. Who was the pilot? So who? And then when he goes on and goes further in detail, right? He explaining how like nigga, the stronghold they had on the plaza, right? And just how they move and how certain, like just how they pushing. Niggas ain't finna question them. You feel me? And let Nip ain't finna do. So who else? Who? If it couldn't just been no anybody is what I'm saying to be approaching Nip or trying to politic on Nip. You gotta be a big fish, nigga. Who? So who? That's why people was jumping to conclusion. And it's hella big fish over there. You feel me? But niggas is like, who was close to this? Niggas, you know how this shit be.
And niggas gonna know we gonna crash out behind it. We not playing. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Khaled. Ain't nobody doing nothing to Khaled. And he's straight. And Hussle frontline that. And we felt like certain people didn't like that.
Black Sam would even go further by clearing the air about Nip's murder and how an argument between Shitty Cuz and Nip had never taken place.
Random is what the public thought it was. Like Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked and.
I mean, he already got convicted.
So in that, see that go back to what I was saying earlier too. How did the news just jump to the conclusion and say, oh, it was personal? Or how did you feel me? That ain't strange. Nigga, that's some strange shit. They just come out the blue talking about some, oh yeah, it was personal, man. It ain't had nothing to do with the gang, and you just come up with your own narrative out the blue. That's why I say this shit, boy, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas is pointing fingers at certain people, but boy, this shit probably is above so many niggas' pay grades. You get what I'm saying? Shit probably came from high up, feel me? For whatever reason, and I heard people give like they opinion on why Nip might have been a target. Feel me? They say the plaza, the plaza is a valuable. That's a valuable land, right? They trying to make a train track to go through your. People just had their theories, and the theories made sense. I'm gonna go into that a little bit when we finish. I'm gonna let them finish though.
So, for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hussle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You're gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hussle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking. Trying to, transition into some legitimate, just selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway, and from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene because he know what's going on in that parking lot, and had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hussle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left. They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley.
Yeah, man. So shout out 504 Street Stories Unplugged, man. Salute you. I be watching the channel, right? And he be just doing his little voices he be making be funny. He be like, on September 28th, somebody was murdered. You feel me? But yeah, man, like I was saying, they was saying that, the spot where they got the Marathon store on, that's some valuable land because it's a lot of things, that can be done with that when it comes to like certain other plans that, gentrification might have or whatever have you, right? But yeah, man, it's definitely a trip. As I'm listening to Sam, I'm kind of like noticing that he like, I'm sure after something like that happens, and this, that, and you feel you don't know who the nigga. You looking at everybody funny. So nigga, it's like when he's saying certain things, like I don't understand why protocol wasn't being protocol at this date. It's like, you feel me? And I ain't trying to put words in his mouth, but this is what I'm interpreting from it. Like, okay, they seem like, yeah, like what's going on? And it's crazy because I seen other people asking certain questions too. Like, man, what's going on? Niggas is looking at everybody funny, man. You feel me? Especially when it's already, you know, it's coming across like it's you know, tricky shit at play. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to wait and see how it you know, it unfolds with. But I don't know what people really expect. You feel me? It's like, yeah, man, this shit crazy, bro. Cause you know, I don't even feel like going at all that. But y'all, let me know what y'all think, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, hit the notification bell. Let me know what y'all think, man, about this shit, man. It's tricky, bro, for sure.